And Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV. Today is the 2nd of April 2013. It is Tuesday at around 4:58 in the morning. Today I have a couple of thoughts which I'd just like to share, and I would like to know your thoughts on the matter as well. I mean, the question is, does true love exist? Okay. What I'm trying to get at is, I see on I see on Facebook when a guy and girl just meet, when they are in love, that initial honeymoon phase, um, they go crazy. For example, I know this one Filipina girl, I don't want to take her name. So she's going to get married to this guy, and what she has done is she has hired a photographer, a friend of hers, and they have all these photographs where they're standing like this and they're standing like this, and she's lying on the ground, he's looking at her from top, and their lips are nearly touching, and they're hugging, and the faces are squished, and um, you know, everything and everywhere where both of them are there. Then I have another friend of mine who's on Facebook. Is not actually a friend. He's just he got married. Now he is this big, huge, fat guy. I don't know if I'm supposed to use the word fat, but he's fat and black. And he has this girlfriend of his, not girlfriend, sorry, wife, just married, and she's also fat and black. And okay, I'm not trying to judge them, but they are fat and black, so that's what they are, fat and black. Okay, if you want me to say dark skin, I'll say dark skin. If you want, instead of fat, you want me to say slightly big, okay, whatever. So in the way I put it is fat and black. Okay, so now he has powdered his face all over, and being South Indian, he has trimmed his mustache, and he's wearing his traditional clothes, and she's wearing all the gold in the world, and she looks like a fucking bozo, putting all this powder all over her face, and he's posing, he's posing, and she's posing as if it's a movie of some kind, and well, they can do whatever they like, but they're posing literally everywhere, except I think the bathroom. So they're posing in the garden, they're posing in the beach, they're posing on the beach, they're posing in their apartment. She's sitting on the table, he's sitting down, looking on like this. And so there's so much of romance. Um, so now what I've noticed is people, when they go initially into the relationship, they take photographs, they put it on Facebook, they put it everywhere, they want everyone to look at it. And in fact, when I went to have dinner with a couple of my friends, um, we were sitting down, and I can see this guy and this girl, this Indian guy and this Filipino girl coming in. This is in Dubai. So she comes, and she's actually sitting on his lap. Okay, it's in 3:30 in the morning. She's sitting on his lap, and her face is like this with him, like this. She's just there, and they are, when they order food, when the food comes, he puts it in her mouth and she puts it in his mouth, and they both look at each other, and they're putting it into each other's mouth, and they're looking at each other, and they're still gooing all over their face. And I think they did this until they got kind of fed up, and then she sat on her chair, he's on his chair. Now, what am I trying to get at? All this is nice, it looks romantic, but does this actually last? Is this love? Is this bullshit? And then you have people who fall in love when they are 19 or when they are 16. They get married. In some cases, people remain married for 20 years, 22 years. But the question is, just because they have succeeded in staying married for 20, 22 years doesn't mean that everyone can stay married for 20, 22 years. There are people who get married and get divorced. There are people who feel that they have found the right person and then they suddenly change. In fact, there are two schools of thought in this. Some people believe that the choices that you have made once in your life, you need to stick with that person, with that partner throughout your life. You need to be faithful, like this religious institutions, they say you need to be with this person in sickness and pain and distress and whatever until you die. The other school of thought says that the choices that you made at the age of 16 need not be the same choices that you make when you're 26, need not be the same choices when you're 36, 46, 56. People change with time. So stuff that I like when I'm 16 need not be the same stuff that I like when I'm 46. So does that mean we change? Then there is also this big question, can a guy and girl remain faithful 100%? Is it possible to remain truthful and honest 100%? Or is it a theme that happens only in the villages, that happens only in close-knit conservative communities? If a guy is really creative, if a guy is really, a guy or a girl is really outgoing, meeting people, different opportunities, being exciting, getting people attracted to them? Is it also possible to remain not faithful? I wouldn't say faithful. Is it possible for the person not to want to change? Are there people like this? So if there are, let's assume there are people, obviously there are people who are remained in a marriage for 25, 30 years. So is it possible for everyone, or are there different rules? Are there different value systems? Um, I'm just trying to figure out the answers to all this. I mean, I still don't have a one size fits all solution. I'm still wondering. Um, or think for this matter, if a guy were to watch an adult movie online, or is that cheating on his partner? Or for that matter, let's say, let's replace an adult movie. He's chatting with a fictitious person online. He's having cyber sex. So is that cheating on his partner? And then let's go one step further and say there's a real person. You can actually see the person, but he's not physically meeting him. They have a sexual conversation. So is that cheating on your partner when they're only exchanging thoughts? And then let's say someone goes for paid sex. So is that cheating on your partner? Let's say your partner allows you to go for paid sex. Is that cheating on your partner? Or what what is right, what is wrong? Or do we follow just the religious doctrines that say that your thoughts and everything else should be for your partner, and that's the bottom line? I mean, the more books that I read on, let's see, like I was reading this one, The Compass of Pleasure. I mean, the stuff it gives you from dopamine, oxytocin, the amygdala, the orbital frontal cortex, all these areas of your brain, all these chemicals. I mean, you begin to realize the whole thing is just nothing but just, we are a product of all chemical reactions that occur in our brain. So, I'm trying to find the answer. I'm trying to find the solution. What is it? If someone loves you and you love them, and then later on in life you don't love them, so do you still continue? Or is it a chemical reaction in your brain? Or do both people need to feel the same? Or if they feel different, should they still stay in the relationship and do their own thing? Or should they stay in the relationship and do the same thing but avoid other possibilities? Is life just about just one experience or multiple experiences? What is good, what is bad? uh, I I'm really curious to know. So let me know your opinions, your answers, and I'd love to hear from you. Uh, I'm trying to figure it out myself. Seriously, I'm really trying to figure it out myself. So let me know what you think. This is Loy Machedo, um, from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV, and I'd like to thank you for your time.